start. I have great pleasure in welcoming you to this inaugural meeting of the National Commission of UNESCO. Stop. This is in some ways a memorable occasion for the constitution of the National Commission gives concert shape and concrete shape to our efforts for international cooperation in the fields of education, science, and culture. Stop. It would therefore perhaps be appropriate if I should describe in some detail aims and objectives of UNESCO and the manner in which it has attempted to carry out its purpose of change. After the experience of two world wars within the course of barely 25 years, thinking men and women all over the world realize as never before that there must be a change in the outlook of man to avert the calamity of a future disaster. Stop. It was out of this universal desire to find an instrument for the settlement of disputes without resort to war that there arose the United Nations with renewed hope for affiliated humanity. Stop. All conflict have their ultimate origin in the mind of man, and it was felt that unless the causes of fear, suspicion, distress, and jealousy could be eradicated from human minds, no efforts by politicians and statesmen could remove the possibility of future wars. Stop. At the time of the paramilitary and preliminary discussions for setting up a United Nations organization, it was therefore decided that there should also be an organization for promoting closer collaboration among different peoples of the world in the fields of education, science, and culture. Stop. Accordingly, UNESCO was set up to achieve these ends. Stop. At the time of the constitution of UNESCO, it was realized that cooperation and understanding among nations could be built only if there was cooperation and understanding among the different elements within the nation itself. Stop. If within a nation itself there were divergent elements whose differing point of view had not been fully coordinated, such a nation could hardly serve as a harmonious unit in the international setting. Stop. Experience showed that there was not only large ignorance about different nations, but in many cases members of the same nation were ignorant of one another's attitudes, beliefs, customs, and faith. Stop. This was an experience which was almost universal except in the case of a very few small and homogeneous nations. Stop. Further, it was felt that closer cooperation between different elements in our national life would lead to a promotion of activities in all their fields. Also, full stop.